All right, welcome to another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today, we're talking AI.
Specifically,
Specifically.
reasoning models.
Yeah, those models that can, like, reason
Like us?
like we do.
Yeah.
And
Cubes.
we're going to be looking at a YouTube video that compares
Compares to
DeepSeek's R1 model
Hmm?
to the ever-popular ChatGPT.
Yep.
ChatGPT's O1 model.
Right.
And the interesting thing here is that DeepSeek is totally free.
Free. Open source and
Look,
open source.
anyone can use it.
While ChatGPT,
You got to pay.
you got to pay. You got to have a subscription to use the O1 model.
That's right.
So can a free model compete
Mhm.
with a paid model when it comes to complex reasoning?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this YouTuber, he went about this in a really clever way. He designed these 10 reasoning problems,
Oh, okay.
sort of like logic puzzles,
Okay.
to test them. Not only could they get the right answer, but could they show their work?
Okay, so it's not just about getting the right answer. It's about how you get there.
How you got there.
Yep.
Okay, so tell me about these reasoning tasks.
So reasoning tasks, right,
Yeah.
are all about taking information and using logic to solve problems. Not just pattern recognition or retrieving facts, but understanding how different pieces of information relate to one another.
Okay.
Logically, step by step,
Yeah.
to arrive at a conclusion.
So like working through a riddle or...
Exactly. Like solving a word problem, but for AI.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what was the first challenge?
The first one,
Yeah.
it was the light bulb problem.
Okay.
I've got 100 light bulbs.
Okay.
You have to imagine them, right?
Yeah.
100 of them.
Yeah.
And they're all off, and then you have to figure out which ones are on after a certain pattern of switching them on and off.
Yeah.
Sounds complicated. Requires logic, step-by-step logic.
Okay, so how did our contenders do?
Both aced it,
DeepSeek.
and ChatGPT
Okay.
both got the right answer.
But how did they approach it?
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
DeepSeek, what was really cool about the video
Yeah.
is that they showed DeepSeek's entire thought process.
Oh, how?
Every step, every calculation.
Yep.
It was really detailed.
Right.
While ChatGPT, on the other hand,
Yeah.
just spit out the answer
Okay.
with no explanation.
So DeepSeek's like the student showing their work, and ChatGPT just wrote the answer in the margin.
Exactly. It makes you wonder, is ChatGPT really understanding?
Yeah.
Or is it just...
having shortcuts?
Well, that's the question.
Okay, bring on round 2.
Okay.
What was the challenge?
Round 2 was animal math.
Ooh.
So they were given a budget
Uh-huh.
and told the price of a horse, a chicken, a goat,
Okay.
and then said, given this budget, tell me what animals were purchased and how many of each.
Did they get it right?
Now, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
DeepSeek actually came up with 2 solutions
Oh, wow.
that fit the budget,
Okay.
while ChatGPT only came up with 1.
So DeepSeek, by being more thorough, found...
Yeah, it considered every possibility. It took longer,
It took longer,
but it got it right.
it got it right.
Had all the answers, yeah.
Okay, so DeepSeek is the slow and steady one, huh?
Yeah, slow and steady wins the race, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens in round 3.
Okay, round 3. What was the challenge?
Round 3, they had to solve a physics problem,
Okay.
figuring out the path of a ball thrown through the air.
Okay, so how'd they do?
Both nailed it.
Okay.
But just like with the light bulbs, DeepSeek's solution was super detailed, visually showing each step of its reasoning.
And ChatGPT just gave the answer.
Just the answer, Ada.
So it's like DeepSeek is building this foundation of
Uh-huh.
knowledge,
Yep.
and ChatGPT is just trying to find the answer.
Right.
Interesting.
Mm.
Okay, what was round 4?
Round 4, this is a curveball.
Okay.
The classic chicken or the egg dilemma.
Oh, that's a good one.
Which came first,
Yeah.
the chicken or the egg?
What'd they say?
Well, interestingly, both models went with the scientific answer. The egg came first.
Okay.
But again,
Yeah.
DeepSeek was very straightforward.
Okay.
Easy to understand,
Okay.
based on evolutionary biology.
Yeah.
ChatGPT took a lot more words.
So more convoluted.
Yeah, to get to the same conclusion.
Interesting. All right, what was next? Round 5.
Round 5.
Yep.
Back to numbers. This was a classic riddle, the kind that tricks you with a misleading story about a restaurant bill.
Okay, yeah, I know those.
Yeah, those are the ones that make you think that money is missing when it really isn't.
Yeah.
Did they fall for it?
I always fall for them.
Well, neither one of them did.
Really? Oh,
Both saw through the deception. No money's missing, they said. But ChatGPT,
Yeah.
ChatGPT got there much faster.
so it's like DeepSeek really went through it, and ChatGPT just recognized the pattern of the riddle and was like,
Instantly.
yeah, I know this.
Yep.
Oh.
So, which is more important, speed or thoroughness?
Right. Okay, on to round 6. What was this one?
This one was all about language. The YouTuber gave them a sentence, the same sentence, but it could have different meanings depending on which words you emphasize.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah. So both DeepSeek and ChatGPT provided different interpretations
Okay.
of the sentence.
So no clear winner this time?
Not really, just interesting to see how each model handled the ambiguity of language.
Yeah, I love those. Okay, round 7.
Round 7, back to numbers. Seemingly simple. Which is bigger, 9.11 or 9.9?
Oh, 9.9.
You got it. But ChatGPT got this wrong.
Really?
It said 9.11 was bigger.
Wow. DeepSeek.
DeepSeek got it right.
Okay, so maybe speed isn't everything.
Right.
Interesting. Okay, round 8.
Round 8, another one designed to kind of trip up AI models. How many R's are in the word strawberry?
3. What's the catch?
Well, they often focus on letters instead of the overall words, so they might get tricked up on the spelling.
Oh, okay. So did they get it right?
Initially, both of them got it right, 3.
Oh.
But then the YouTuber intentionally misspelled strawberry to include more R's,
Oh. And then what happened?
and then asked again. And both of them accurately counted the R's in the misspelled word.
Oh, wow. So they can adapt.
Yeah, so they're not just following rules, they can adapt to the changes in the input.
Okay, very cool.
So we've seen them tackle these reasoning tasks, but beyond those challenges, the YouTuber also looked at some key differences in functionality and privacy policies.
Oh, so not just about who's smarter, but how they work and how they handle our data. Okay, tell me more.
Yeah. So let's start with functionality. DeepSeek has this really cool search feature that lets it access up-to-date information from the web.
Okay.
Now, ChatGPT's O1 model for this comparison had its search function disabled.
Oh, interesting. So that's a big limitation.
Yeah, that's a big limitation for ChatGPT,
Yeah.
especially if you're, researching things, fact-checking,
Right.
current events, anything like that.
Okay, so DeepSeek gets a point for functionality there. But what about those privacy policies? What do you find out?
Now, this is where it gets kind of tricky. DeepSeek stores data in China, and their privacy policy doesn't really explain what happens to that data. It's not clear how the model is trained or what rights, if any, international users have.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little concerning,
Yeah.
especially with all the, stuff going around about data privacy these days.
Right. Now, ChatGPT's paid version, it lets users opt out of data collection for training,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
good. Really.
Yeah. So they give you a choice.
Right. DeepSeek is more take it or leave it.
Okay, wow. We've covered a lot of ground. Reasoning challenges, functionality, privacy policies, lots to think about.
It is.
But before we get to any takeaways, there's one more crucial aspect to consider, and this one might surprise you. Okay, so before the break, we were talking about DeepSeek's search function and the privacy policies,
Yeah.
but you said there was something else, something surprising.
Right.
That is it.
Well, you know how DeepSeek is open source?
Yeah.
That means you can actually download it and run it on your own computer.
Wait, really? Like I could have DeepSeek right here on my laptop.
If you have a powerful enough computer.
Uh,
But that opens up some interesting possibility.
like what?
Benefits and risks.
Okay, what are the benefits?
Well, for one, privacy.
Okay.
When you run DeepSeek locally, you don't have to send your data to a third-party server.
Okay.
It all stays right there on your machine.
So no more worries about data ending up who knows where.
Exactly. That's a
And
huge plus.
It is.
I mean,
Well, also speed and efficiency.
Oh.
It can be much faster if you're not waiting for a server to respond,
right.
especially if you have a really powerful computer.
Okay, I'm seeing the appeal.
Yeah.
But you mentioned risks too.
Right.
What are the downsides?
Well, security is a big one.
Oh.
If you're running an AI model locally, you're responsible for its security.
Yeah.
If someone hacks your computer, they could get access to the model
Oh, right.
and potentially misuse it.
So it's like this powerful tool that could be good or bad depending on who's using it. Yeah, like a superpowered car.
Okay.
You got to know how to handle it.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility.
It is. Any
I'm
other
just wondering.
risks?
Yes. Well, even with good intentions, you have to use it responsibly.
Oh, right.
You have to understand the model's capabilities and limitations.
So it's not just about protecting it from bad guys. It's also about using it wisely myself.
Exactly.
Okay, running DeepSeek locally is a bigger deal than I thought.
It is.
It's not just downloading something and hitting run.
Nope.
Okay, so we've looked at the potential benefits and risks of running DeepSeek locally.
Yeah.
But let's not forget that we're comparing DeepSeek to ChatGPT.
Right.
What are the key takeaways from this face-off?
Well, I think the big takeaway is that DeepSeek really holds its own against ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It's impressive to see a free model perform this well.
It really is.
It challenges the idea that you have to pay for good AI,
Yeah,
but of course there's the privacy issue
right.
and the challenges of running it locally.
Yeah, that's not something to take lightly.
No. So what does all this mean for the future of AI reasoning models?
I think we're going to see more open source models.
Okay.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah,
It's an exciting time to be following AI.
it really is.
We're seeing incredible advancements, but there are ethical considerations and potential risks.
So as we wrap up this part, I want to leave you with a question.
Yeah.
We've talked about speed versus accuracy, open source versus proprietary, local versus cloud.
Uh-huh.
What about human intelligence versus artificial intelligence?
That's a good one.
Is it a competition or a collaboration?
Well, it's easy to see it as a competition,
Yeah.
but I think it's more helpful to see it as a collaboration.
Oh, interesting.
AI can be a tool
Okay.
that can help us solve problems and unlock new possibilities.
I like that.
It's not about AI replacing us.
Yeah.
It's about AI working with us.
Okay, cool.
And as AI continues to evolve, it'll be fascinating to see how this collaboration plays out.
Yeah, what new things will we discover?
Exactly.
Well, we've covered a lot today,
We have.
but I have a few more thoughts to share about what this all means.
Okay.
Stay tuned for our final takeaways in part 3. We've seen DeepSeek go head-to-head with ChatGPT in this battle of the AI brains.
Yeah.
We've explored the good and the bad of running these models locally.
Yeah.
And we dug into their functionality and privacy policies.
Right.
But what does it all mean for you?
For the listener.
Yeah, for you listening right now.
Well, I think we're seeing a shift in the AI landscape.
Okay.
It's not just big tech calling all the shots anymore.
Right.
Open source models like DeepSeek are giving individuals and smaller organizations the ability to get in on the AI action.
That's pretty cool.
It is. It's really democratizing AI.
Yeah, it levels the playing field a bit.
Exactly. And that leads to more innovation,
Okay.
more people thinking about these things, and hopefully more AI tools that are designed with the user in mind.
Yeah, that's important.
Definitely.
Now, you mentioned responsibility earlier.
Oh, right.
What did you mean by that?
Well, as AI becomes more accessible, it's super important that we use it ethically.
Okay.
We need to be aware of those downsides, the security risks, the potential for misuse.
So it's more than just picking the coolest AI.
Yeah, you got to think about the implications of your choices.
Right, you've got to be an informed user.
Exactly.
It's been really eye-opening.
Hasn't it?
Yeah.
This whole deep dive.
Yeah, seeing how complex the world of AI really is.
And this is just the beginning.
Really?
Oh, yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Wow.
AI is going to keep evolving, and we'll need to have these conversations about how to ensure it benefits everyone.
Okay, so to wrap things up,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with one final question to think about.
Okay.
We've talked about speed versus accuracy, open source versus proprietary,
Yeah.
local versus cloud-based.
Right.
But what about human intelligence versus artificial intelligence?
The big one.
Is it a competition or a collaboration?
Well, it's easy to think of it as a competition.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think it's more productive to see it as a collaboration.
Okay.
AI can be a tool that helps us solve problems and discover new things.
So it's not about replacing us.
Big
It's
step.
about working together.
Right.
That's a really cool way to think about it.
And who knows what the future holds?
Yeah. What new discoveries will we make?
What will we learn about intelligence itself?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, lots to ponder.
Well, we've explored a lot today.
We have.
We looked at some fascinating AI reason models, debated the pros and cons of different approaches,
Yeah.
and even touched on some pretty big philosophical questions.
If you want to dig deeper,
Sure.
check out that YouTube video we talked about.
Yeah, it's a great one.
It's got visuals and analysis, the whole 9 yards.
Now remember,
What's that?
keep asking those critical questions, stay informed, and use AI responsibly.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's it for this deep dive.
See you next time.
Until then, happy exploring.